being homeless, it's not right for anybody.
I've been homeless quite a few times and everything. I've been in another accommodation. I've had to do crash pads and stuff.
You don't necessarily have to be sleeping in a sleeping bag or under a bit of box or something. It's just when you haven't got anywhere to go and you might be sleeping on a friend's sofa, or I don't know, you might be sleeping in a barn like I was.
I wouldn't ever wish it on anyone. No one. It's horrible. Really horrible.
You can become homeless for so many different reasons. As most people think it's because they've got in trouble with the police, or they're drinking or taking drugs or something like that. But sometimes it can be just through no fault of their own, and they've actually been the victim of some nasty circumstances, really.
You could have difficult times with your parents and your family and everything, where you have been kicked out and all that.
My oldest sister, she got kicked out when she was 13, and then when I turned 13 I got kicked out as well.
I came from Uganda. Came here for a family reunion with my dad, and after 2 years going to an argument with my dad, he kicked me out.
If something wasn't going wrong, it's all your fault, and I got told, I wish you'd never been born, and really horrible things like that.
Well, I've always felt like the outcast, because obviously it was my stepdad and it was his children there, and I just felt, because I was the stepchild, sort of not his, I felt like I was the outcast and felt like he had something against me.
I don't know, it's just... Maybe I just get maybe I was just a little bit silly when I was at a younger age and stuff, and I don't know, I know my mum does love me and everything, but I think me and her clash quite a lot.
I've lost the most important people in my life, especially the one person in my life, and if it hadn't been for her losing her life, I wouldn't be in this situation.
I had a thought of, well, it'd be easier to stay here, but then if I stay here, I know, now that I'm 18, actually it would just be easy for me to get into a fight with my dad and just it all go wrong, and so I thought, I need to get out, I need to have my own life now.
But I was back and forth to so many different places, I couldn't even remember them all now. I was just, wherever I could go, I would just go. Because I didn't have a stable address, my school was where my letters went.
It wasn't very stable, and I remember I was just living out of a suitcase, and so all your clothes used to get completely creased up, which was quite hard because I was going to college. Yeah, so it was a bit of a nightmare, really. It just made you feel like there was no security and no stability.
Having to control my diabetes on the streets, I couldn't do it. I spent 2 nights in a park bench with the weather freezing cold, and I thought, I can't do this, so I just took an overdose of my injection just to end up in hospital. When I get discharged from hospital, then I'd be in the hospital toilets, just be somewhere warm, just asleep. It kind of makes me feel like, why is this happening to me? Try and find out as much information as you can about certain agencies who are out there.
Went to Connections, and then Connection gave me Hudson Young Homeless Group number, and from there, that's where it all started.
The support I got was really, I don't think I could have done it without them, really. Just help with setting up, filling out forms and housing benefit forms and stuff, and other forms for different benefits, and just helping me ring up the gas company and setting up the gas account and things like that just takes the pressure off a bit, really.
The fact that you can speak to someone without feeling different.
And it's good to know that there's people out there who you can get help from. I wish I'd have got that help sooner rather than later.
Just think about it, like I did, just think about what the options are. If actually it'd be better for them to stay at home. That's what I did. I was thinking, would it be better for me to stay here or go?
At first, I loved it. I loved having the more independence. Like, I've always been independent and loved it. But now when I see my friends, like when they live with their parents and they're getting everything, like they can go to work and keep all of their wages and stuff like that, and I just look at it like, oh, like, you can take it for granted. I haven't got anywhere. Like, I wish I could be like that. I wish I could just go back to my mum's and have cooked dinners and stuff like that. But now it's very, very hard.
I mean, I still get moments where I'm actually like, I want to go home because I feel alone.
I just want to do. I don't wish to be rich. I don't wish to have a big house. I just want to be happy.
So even just if like people have had like a bad childhood or something, they've been made homeless at a young age, doesn't necessarily mean to say that they're not worth anything and stuff. Because I mean, you can turn that thought around straight away, and you know, go on and achieve like a brilliant thing. You know.
To me, homeless is not having not just a home, but a life. But I'm happy where I am now, and that's where I wanted to be.